Calc is free spreadsheet software similar to Microsoft Excel. Calc is part of the Apache OpenOffice suite of Office applications. Apache OpenOffice suite includes Writer, the word processor, Calc, the spreadsheet software, Impress, the presentation software, Base is the database, Draw is for vector drawing, and Math is the formula editor. Apache OpenOffice works on Windows, Mac, and Linux. It is a free download at openoffice.org, and this tutorial uses Calc 4.0.1 running on Windows 8.1. This is the user interface for Apache OpenOffice Calc 4. At the very top, we have the menu bar. It is a good idea to go through the menu bar, looking at all the different commands with each menu, and also taking a look at the shortcut keys that are over to the right of the commands. Below the menu bar are the toolbars. By positioning the mouse over the items within the toolbars, the computer will tell us what the item is. Toolbars can be added, removed, and customized. Below the toolbars is the name box, function wizard, sum, function, and input line for placing our functions and calculations. The cells are given a name. The default name is the column and row that the cell is at. For example, this is cell A1. This is cell B2. This little box at the lower right-hand corner of the selected cell is the autofill. Columns can be resized by going between the columns, clicking and holding, and dragging. Whole columns can be selected by clicking on the name of the column. Rows can be resized by positioning the mouse between the rows, clicking and holding, dragging down, or dragging up. This little box between the column and the rows is the Select All. Almost hidden to the far right here is a split. When I click and hold, drag down, I have a split view. There's also a split here. I'll drag over. So now I can see 4 different areas of the spreadsheet at one time. I'll just move the split back and remove the split. Over to the far right, we have something new with OpenOffice, Sidebar. Right now, the properties of cell are being shown. Here we have text, alignment, cell appearance, and I'll open up number format. I can collapse or open different items as I choose. The properties will change depending upon what is selected. We also have styles and formatting, gallery, navigation, and functions. If this area gets in my way, I can close down by clicking on the X. I can bring back by sliding over. And I can collapse by clicking on the handle here. I can also bring back by clicking on the handle. Moving on to the lower right hand side, when I double click, we have the zoom and view layout. Right now I have the zoom set to 100%. I can also change the zoom by using the slide bar here. So I can zoom in and zoom out as I need to. I can also use the plus and the minus to zoom in or out. Moving on, we have the sum. Right now it's set to 0 because the sum of the selected cells are 0. I'll go ahead and put in a few numbers here and select the cells here, and we find that the sum now is changed to 6 because that is the sum of the 3 cells. Next is the digital signature area. Next, we see a little asterisk. The document's changes have not been saved yet. Moving on, I can change the current selection mode. by clicking. I'll keep it as standard. The next area is the insertion mode, followed by page styles. I'll double click and bring up the page styles dialog box. We have which sheet we're currently selected. If I double click, it brings up the navigator. Above this area, we have the drawing toolbar, followed by which sheet we are currently selected. So if you're not sure where a particular command is that you need, you may want to try to right mouse click on the item. For example, if I were to right mouse click on the cell, I get formatting cells, default formatting, insert, delete, cut, and copy. If I were to right mouse click here on column header, we get column width, insert columns, delete columns, hide, show, and other items. By right mouse clicking on the toolbar, I can customize the toolbar and so on. Last thing for this tutorial, what is this within the help? By clicking on what is this and then positioning what is this over the item, OpenOffice will give a more detailed explanation about what the item is.